Tony, thank you very much for being here with us this morning. My name is Ruben Mendoza, and I currently serve as the Housing and Economic Analyst for the LaunchPad Collective at Carrillo Group CANY. What we'd like to share with folks is that the LaunchPad is an innovative mixed-use, mixed-income model, really pushing the new development status quo in San Bernardino. We share with folks the Launchpad model will meet the needs of the whole person and their families. And we always say that it takes a village to make the Launchpad vision a reality. And we could not be here without the support of our community partners like TKO Financial Network. We wanted to introduce this Fireside Chat series really to highlight the collaborative nature of our work and also showcasing the various disciplines coming together for a common goal of seeing housing production reach the most in need within San Bernardino, but also providing a conscious blueprint for economic development. And so now it is my privilege to introduce CEO of TKO Financial Network, Tony Martinez. Tony, if you could please share about yourself, your professional background, and your organization.
Of course. Well, no, number one, thank you for having me. I appreciate that. Robert Carrillo and his Launchpad project is something that we are excited to be a part of and excited to see come to fruition. I've been in the financial services industry now for a little over 20 years and predominantly in advanced markets and wealth accumulation. And so our specialty has been to raise capital and show people the opportunities that there are in investing their dollars in alternative methods than the traditional stocks and bonds portfolios.
Tony, what would you say is the mission of TKO?
That's a double-edged sword. So twofold. For people looking to get into the industry, our mission is to provide them with education. I believe wholeheartedly that this industry lacks a decent amount of education in the pros and cons of the services that we offer. And so the education is very important for anyone looking to get in financial services. We have phenomenal systems in place to teach people how our strategies work and how they can best implement them with the community. That's one side of the coin. The second side of the coin is to empower the middle American market in understanding how they can best use their dollars and invest their dollars in a way where they can actually reach their goals, reach their retirement goals. Because I see so many people nowadays feel like there's no hope that they're going to be working forever, that there aren't ways for them to grow their money without taking on an immense amount of risk. And so that's really both of our strategies. And through Launchpad, we've been able to provide education to our agents as to how alternative investments work. We've been able to provide education to our counter agencies, how they can best add these financial tools to their platform and give their agents more tools in their tool belt. But in the same token, we're able to help our community by allowing them to put their dollars into projects like this, and in the same token, help them reach some of their retirement goals along the way.
Access to one financial literacy is one thing, and then once you have access to, it's like, okay, how do you implement it? And I think it's awesome
Mhm.
to see an organization like TKO really serve as a steward, right, of promoting generational wealth and also promoting financial stability, to say the least. Tony, I know that through our connection with Juan J. Hernandez from Latinos Transformando Latinos, was able to serve as a facilitator, if you will, in his relationship to you and the Launchpad. How is it that you came to support the Launchpad vision? How did all of this come to be? And furthermore, kind of touching on even on the fourth question, how would you further elaborate on our partnership? I believe you were a key instrumental figure in helping to bring capital to the table. Can you please share more about that?
Well, Juan and I are really good friends, and so he's one of our business partners. He runs a phenomenal organization. He reached out to me to see if I would be interested in helping to raise capital for that particular project. And so I said to him, yes, we're always looking for good quality projects to invest into, especially with our client database. We've got thousands of clients in our database that are looking for places to invest their dollars. But more than just a great place to make money, we wanted a good cause. We wanted to find something that was going to impact the community in a positive way. And so if you look at the market over the last 5 to 7 years, a housing crisis has been horrific. And so when I met with Robert Carrillo and I heard about his mission and his crusade, if you peel back the businessman, and you just kind of see the heart of who he is. The fact that he has such a heart, he has a strong passion for helping children that age out of the foster system find housing. When you hear about his passion in the San Bernardino area with reference to the housing crisis, that passion alone, it fueled enough energy for him to build this non-for-profit 501c. And it was really that motivated me to want to look further into it from an investment standpoint, because I obviously have two people to cater to, right? I've got my clients that need sound investments to be able to put their dollars into, but I also have the desire to give back to the community that I want to make sure I can take care of. And both of those were in alignment with the Launchpad project. It fit perfectly to be able to help our clients generate good returns while providing a good cause to the community. And so when Juan presented me to Robert and we did our due diligence and we even asked our clientele what they would like to put their dollars into, they said, we'd like to make money, but we'd also like to be able to know that we're putting money into a good cause. You know, we're not just trying to make a multimillionaire an even greater multimillionaire. We're not trying to make a luxury franchise an even bigger franchise. You know, if we could get into multifamily, we can get into affordable housing, that would be phenomenal. And so all the stars aligned and we were happy to help and provide the support.
Tony, your response reminded me very much of Angela Huang's response, our marketing coordinator from RevGen Consulting, almost along similar lines where, and her line of work also exposed to the real estate industry, hasn't ever come across a project like Launchpad that has that mission-driven component to helping those living on the streets get off of the streets. And so I'd like to say to that, much respect and a lot of alignment in what others have shared in their response to. Tony, is there something that someone should know about TKO Financial Network as it relates to the development of Launchpad that you haven't shared already? And you can mention any specific services, products, or your company's long-term goals.
I mean, look, our long-term goal, again, it's a double-edged sword, right? I cater to both my business partners and I cater to the community. Why? Because with my experience in this industry, I've seen clientele being taken advantage of. I've also seen people in the industry being taken advantage of. And so I cater to both. Anybody who knows me will tell you that I'm very big on the education of the industry for both parties, the client and for the business partners coming into the industry. I came into this industry in my early 20s. And so, and I've seen a lot of different models. I've seen the career models, I've seen the captive models, I've even seen the multi-level marketing models in finance, and I've seen the pros and the cons to all of that. And I've seen how the pros and the cons affect both the business partner and the client. And so, what I would tell you is if you're looking for an organization that's going to provide you sound advice, pro and con, if you're looking for an organization that has a strong network where they could refer people to adequate tax professionals, adequate estate planning professionals, adequate advisors, adequate insurance agents, and you're looking for an organization that doesn't have a limit to whether they're going to work with you because you've got 50,000, 10,000, or 500 bucks a month, this would be an organization to look through. I've seen so many organizations where they're like, look, our market is middle America, so we're only going to provide these types of products. And then I've seen other organizations that say, hey, our market is people that are making 250,000 and above, and so we're going to provide these products. We made a decision to say we're going to provide all the solutions regardless of their net worth to the clientele. And as far as the agent is concerned, if it's important for the business partner or the agent to be in business for themselves, but not necessarily feel like they're in business by themselves, this would be a great place to reach out to. Our business website is TKOFinancialNetwork.com. My personal website is TonyMartinezFinance.com. Getting access to us, I would probably say go to my personal website and just schedule a meeting, and someone in our organization will schedule either whether it's an interview or a consultation. If it's the person looking to get into the industry, or if it's the person looking for sound advice, whether it's their 401k, their IRA, or some money that they just came across, whether it's just basic insurance planning, we've got people on standby that are there to help and assist without charging a consultation fee and without pushing you away because you're not making a certain dollar amount.
Tony, thank you very much for participating in this Fireside Chat series with the Launchpad Collective. Once again, we appreciate your support on the TKO Financial Network side, and we're looking forward to furthering our collaboration with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.